Hey there, I'm Jane Sawyer, and this is Jane Sawyer Makes a Jack-o'-lantern. Believe it or not, this is a beginner-friendly polymer clay sculpt. It's a perfect project for one of those 12-color sample packs that you can pick up for cheap. You don't need any fancy tools, and I've done this successfully with kids as young as 7. Let's do it. But before we get started, we need to make some teeth. To make the jack-o'-lantern's impressive chompers, we're going to pre-bake some teeth. When I sit down, I like to make these first so they can be baking while I get started on the fun bits. Take a small bit of white clay and roll that into a snake. Cut that into little bits. Grab a bit, roll it into a little tic-tac shape, and squish it against the table. Make a whole bunch of these and get them baking while you're getting started. Step 1, a black blob. This is what we're after here. This is going to be the foundation of our pumpkin. Start with a ball of black conditioned clay and squish that down. You can use your fingers to press it flat or grab something to help you roll it out. And there you go. Step 1 done. Step 2, an orange face. You start the face with 2 balls of well-warmed up orange clay. Turn one into a cocktail weenie about the length of your black blob. Squish that flat and curve it so it fits over your black blob like this. Don't stick it down yet. This will be the top half of your pumpkin face. Make your second orange ball into a long hot dog, curve it into a smile, and then squish that flat. Just test the fit here, don't stick it down. Mine's a bit long, so I'm going to pinch off the ends a bit. Now that we know these orange pieces fit onto the black, we can gently peel them off. I use the backside of a paring knife to put in some lines to mimic the texture of a real pumpkin. You can see when I do the bottom half, I put it back to sort of eyeball check where to put the lines so they roughly line up from top to bottom. You can set those orange bits aside. Step 3, teeth and gums. Roll out a bit of conditioned yellow clay into a long coil. This will be the gums. Eyeball guess the length of your jack-o'-lantern's smile. Cut a length of coil and use a finger to gently squish down one side. By now, those teeth you started baking earlier should be done. I'm going to use a bit of oven-baked clay adhesive here. This is optional. I'm picking up a tooth, dipping it in adhesive, and shoving it into the yellow gums. You don't need to use fancy tweezers, you can do this with your fingers. Put in a bunch of teeth. Make them as crooked and monsterish as you want. On the bottom, I leave a gap for the tongue later. Now you can pinch the ends to length and fit it into the bottom piece of the face. You can gently press to stick it in there securely or use a bit of adhesive if you want. We'll repeat those steps for the top set of teeth and secure those in as well. Step 4, cut some eyes. In my opinion, this is the most fiddly bit of the project, so if you don't want to try the method I'm going to show you, just make some triangles in black and stick them onto the face. I used a sharp craft knife to cut 2 triangles, but it took a bit of fiddling to clean up the holes. Once I got the holes tidy, I stuck a thin bit of black behind them. Step 5. A tongue. Roll out a snake of green and taper each end into a point. Fold it in half, pinch off the end, and boom, there's your tongue. Step 6. Assembly. To recap, you should have your black blob, your face top, your face bottom, and your tongue. Bring in the top of the face and stick it down onto the black blob. Now bring in the tongue, slide it under the top of the face, and use a tool to press down the base of that tongue into the black blob. Gently lift up the bottom of the tongue and slide the bottom of the face into place. Use a tool to smooth in the sides of the smile. Gently pry him up, and while supporting him in your palm, make a few tool marks to join the black and orange together. Lastly, I use my finger to dent in the top slightly. This is where I'll put the stem. Step 7. Stem. The stem is a jelly bean of green pressed against the table to flare the base. I use my knife to press some ridges into the stem. After securing the stem, I use a few more bits of green to make some curly pumpkin vines. Then I bake him in the oven according to my clay manufacturer's directions. Step 8. Bake and finish. Here's my pumpkin guy out of the oven and cooled. I'm going to turn mine into a pin, but he'd also make a great magnet, or maybe stick him on a little ornate frame for some cute wall art. And here he is being worn. I think he's very cool. Give me a like if you think I did a good job. If you give this project a try, or if you put your own style or spin on it, I'd love if you'd tag me so I can see it. I'm at Jane Sawyer Makes on all the socials. If you'd like to follow along with a written step-by-step tutorial of this project, check out janesawyermakes.com. I have articles for all of my projects there, along with merch for artists and crafters, free templates, and all kinds of goodies. If you've made it this far into the video, comment the jack-o'-lantern emoji so I know you're part of the Stick Around squad. Subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on the next one.